Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft WW1 vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building part 3 of the Zaamurets armored train tutorial. This part is going to cover the rear armored anti-aircraft gun car. This car here is very similar to what we did in part 2, except it does have a different rear turret, which we'll be building on to this car. It's going to be pretty straightforward, and if you built the last car, it's going to be very similar to that, or pretty much the same car with just a few little minor adjustments to it here and there. Again, this is part 3 of the tutorial. We have one more part after this, which will cover the front car, which will be the field howitzers that are located on that, the more kind of iconic car of the train. If you guys have not already, be sure to go ahead and check out the previous 2 parts, which cover how to put the other cars on, so covering anti-aircraft car number 1 and also covering the locomotive. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer number 1. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layer, me going ahead and starting off with layer number 1. Now for layer 1 to go ahead and get started, we're going to need to make sure that we position this correctly. So if you do want to have this connected up to this car right here, basically our first anti-aircraft car, we're going to need to basically go ahead and connect off that and build a certain distance out away from it. Now for this, I'm going to go ahead and just grab some blocks that we can easily tell apart from the build and delete later. I'm just going to use some red wool. We're going to go ahead and go from this nether brick slab here on this car, and we're going to go ahead and place down a red wool block back, followed by a second one back. And this will give us a good idea of how far back we need to build this first layer. Now we're going to go to the bottom of this first block, place down a wooden trapdoor, and then we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor out to both sides of that dark oak wood trapdoor. And actually we want to go ahead and place down one more additional one, so we have a row of 5 of dark oak wood trapdoors going across there. We then want to go ahead and delete these 2 red wool blocks, and you have something that looks like this. So we have our line of dark oak wood and a block of space between that and where the nether brick slab is. So just make sure that's correct right there, and once you do, we can go ahead and continue on. When that's done, we're going to go ahead and angle back from these losing a word here, these dark oak wood trapdoors, and we want to go ahead and then place down a stone brick top slab to both sides. Once that's done, go ahead and come off the stone brick top slab on the inside here. We're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair like that on both sides, and an upside down stair coming off the back of it, so you create the first part here of our wheels. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our iron trapdoors. We're going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, and 3 along the side here, and 1, 2, and 3 along the side. We're going to go ahead and place down another stone brick top slab again on both sides here. And we then want to go ahead and place down a nether brick upside down stair coming off the side of that stone brick top slab, and a nether brick upside down stair coming off that stair like that to go and finish that off on both sides here for our first set of wheels. When that's all finished there, we're going to go and take some iron trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 5 this time, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 along the sides, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We then want to place down a stone brick top slab on both sides again, followed by a nether brick upside down stair coming off that like so, and a nether brick upside down stair coming off the back of that stair like that for your wheels. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did in the front. 3 iron trapdoors back, 1, 2, 3, and then a stone brick top slab coming off the 3rd iron trapdoor like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down a nether brick upside down stair like this on these 2 stone brick top slabs, and a nether brick stair like this going forward. We're going to go ahead and move back to this section right here. We're actually going to go ahead and delete these 2 nether brick stairs, and we're actually going to move them up 1. So this nether brick upside down stair like this, upside down stair coming off of it, and same thing over here, just like that for your wheels. If you go ahead and take a look at it from above, we should have something that looks just like this so far for this car. We can also go ahead and take some stone brick top slabs, and we can go ahead and run stone brick top slabs across in between these nether brick stairs like so to create the axles here for the wheels, so they don't just look completely bare there on the bottom. And anyways, that right there will do it for layer number 1. Here's an aerial view, or actually one last thing. On the back here, we're going to go ahead and go from the stone brick top slab. We're going to go ahead and place down an iron trapdoor back on both sides, and then we want to go ahead and go at an angle to the side, and we're going to place down 5 dark oak wood trapdoors here going across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 across, just like that. And looking at this from above, we should have something that looks just like this for the general shape of the car and all of our tracks, and or not our tracks, but our wheel cars and all that stuff. So once we have that all set up, we are pretty much good to go. That right there is going to finish off layer number 1. Let's go ahead and move into layer number 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and going to each one of these sets of nether brick stairs and placing down 2 stairs back to back on top of them, just like this all the way around, just to go ahead and complete the wheels here for this car. And we're just going to go ahead and do this for each of the wheels, so we should have a total of 8 completed wheels like this in 4 pairs of 2. So just like that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and focus our attention at the front here to begin with. Now for this, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and placing down a piston that is going to go ahead and go on this wooden trapdoor right here in this location. So it's going to be facing that direction, facing forward. And we're going to go do the same thing over here for this piston as well. When that's done, in the space in the middle here, we're going to go ahead and place down a anvil in the middle, just like this. And we then want to go ahead and place down a stone brick slab coming off the anvil going forward, and it should connect up this nether brick slab perfectly and form our connection here between the 2 cars. When that's done there, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair to both sides of this anvil, and we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood signs and place down dark oak wood signs on the sides of these 2 stone brick stairs. When that's all finished there, we're going to go ahead and continue on building. One thing also I want to make a quick adjustment for is that we're actually going to go ahead and replace the middle 3 dark oak wood trapdoors here with 3 iron trapdoors. So you're going to have a dark oak wood trapdoor on both ends and then 3 in the middle there. We're going to go do the same thing here to the back. So my bad on that one, just go ahead and make that quick adjustment and you're good to go. But anyways, continue on, we're going to replace our anvil here that we broke, and we can go and continue on working our way to the sides. We're then going to place down a cobblestone wall here, coming off the pistons to both sides, and we then want to go ahead and place down a stone brick block, going back from that cobblestone wall. We then want to go ahead and go into our creative menu, and we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a redstone block. We're going to go and place down a redstone block here on the back of the pistons, which should extend them forward and create the bumpers here for the cars. And in the space in between the redstone blocks, we can just go ahead and place down a row of 3 of green terracotta. When that's done here, in between the nether brick stairs, we're going to place down another row of 3 of green terracotta, and then a 3rd row like that in between those stairs, filling that space in. When that's done here on the sides, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall next to that stone brick block, followed by another stone brick block, and on these 2 stone brick blocks, we're going to place down 2 tripwire hooks. Same thing over here to this side. And you get a design like that on both sides. With that finished there, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves a hopper, and we're going to place down a hopper on both sides here, followed by a row of 5 of green terracotta across in between them. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down another stone brick block, followed by a cobblestone wall, and another stone brick block, and again, like we did before, tripwire hooks on the sides. And over here on this side, we're obviously going to do the same thing, stone brick block, cobblestone wall, stone brick block, and our tripwire hooks on the sides here. And in the space in between the stone brick blocks, we're going to place down a row of 5 green terracotta. In the space in between the nether brick stairs, we're going to place down 2 rows of 3 of green terracotta. When that's done there, on the sides here, we're going to place down a hopper to both sides, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall. So we'll go ahead and grab that, and we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides here, followed by a zombie head coming off of the mossy cobblestone wall, and then we want to go ahead and then place down a hopper on both sides. Across the space in the middle here, we're going to go ahead and place down a total of 3 rows of 5 between the hoppers and mossy cobblestone walls. When that's done there, we're going to go ahead and then get to this section. We're going to place down a stone brick block right here after the hopper, followed by a cobblestone wall. We're then going to place down a stone brick block, and like we did before, tripwire hooks on the sides of the stone brick blocks. Same thing over here. With that finished, we can go and then take our green terracotta, and we can go and place down a row of 5 in between the stone brick blocks, and then 2 rows of 3 in between the nether brick stairs to fill that space in the middle there. Get to this section here, we're going to place down a hopper on both sides, followed by a row of 5 green terracotta across. We then want to place down a stone brick block on the side here, cobblestone wall, and another stone brick block. And same thing over here, stone brick block, cobblestone wall, and another stone brick block. And we're going to place down tripwire hooks on the sides here of them again. In the space between the nether brick stairs, we're going to place down 2 rows of 3 of green terracotta, and then a row of 5 of green terracotta across in between the stone brick stairs. Actually, we're going to go ahead and swap out this green terracotta block here on the sides in front of the nether brick stair here for a redstone block, and then coming off the redstone block, we're going to go ahead and take our pistons, and we're going to place down a piston here coming off each one like that, extending backwards like so. And then in the corners here, we're just going to place down a cobblestone wall, And we want to go ahead and, yeah, we're just going to leave it a cobblestone wall like that. In the space in the middle here, we can go ahead and place down a anvil. And we're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves stone brick stairs. And like we did before, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair, come off these pistons here to both sides. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves dark oak wood signs again. And on the sides here of these stairs, we're going to place down dark oak wood signs. And coming off the anvil block, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick slab, followed by a nether brick slab. And then we're going to have a wither skeleton skull on both sides of that slab like that. And that right there will create the hitch there for the back, and that will complete layer number 2 for the car. This is what we should have from up above here so far. Pretty straightforward, just kind of the same, kind of pattern over and over again. But that's it for layer number 2. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and go into the front section up here, and we're going to go ahead and take our green terracotta and we're going to place down a row of 7, going from cobblestone wall here to the other side, like so. So row 7 of green terracotta going all the way across, and we're going to go ahead and take stone buns and place down a row 7 of stone buns on those green terracotta blocks. Once that's done, on the sides here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Green terracotta blocks back, and same thing over here. So we're just kind of building down the line here. And we're going to go ahead and go all the way back here to this point. Then we're going to go ahead and take our green terracotta and place down a row of 5 across, which will connect the 2 rows up and have a row of 7. On the back here, we're just going to go ahead and take our tripwire hooks, or place down a tripwire hook here on both sides over the hopper, and then stone buns here along the sides, like that. Once that's done, go ahead and go into the sides here. We're going to go ahead and go to the second and third green terracotta blocks here, place down 2 green banners. We're going to go ahead and skip 2 spaces, place down there 2 green banners. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone buttons, followed by another 2 green banners. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 2 of iron bars, so 1, 2 iron bars like this, and then again 2 green banners and 2 iron bars like that. And also on the bottom here, one thing I want to go ahead and throw on from the previous layer, which I forgot to do, was off the hopper, we're going to have an iron bar. Off this stone brick block, we're going to have an iron bar, and off this cobblestone wall, we're going to have an iron bar. And that should be the same thing over here as well. So just like that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and copy the same design we did over on the other side, just over here to this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do it a little bit faster here, since I've kind of explained it already. And just like that. Now once that's finished, we're going to be going ahead and going to the back here. We're going to go and take barrels, and we're going to be placing down a row of barrels on its side like so. So we have 1 row of 5, we have 2. And to make sure that they're facing in this direction like so. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 last row of 6. So just like that for our platform here on the back. And if you're wondering what it's going to look like, it's going to basically look like this, kind of a floor here for the build. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and just take our green terracotta. We can just go ahead and fill in the space here in the middle. So we can just fill this in. If you do want to do interior, you can go ahead and kind of leave a space open, fill in what spaces you need so you don't have any openings into the wheels below. But yeah, for this layer, we're just going to go ahead and fill this in for the sake of the tutorial. And just like that, we have it all filled in. Looking at it from above, this is what we should have for layer number 3. Here's what it should look like from the sides. Pretty straightforward. And that right there will finish off layer number 3. With that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 4. Alright guys, going ahead and move it into our next layer. We'll be going ahead and move it into layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and going to the front of the car. We're going to place down a row 3 of spruce wood planks across just like this. We then want to take our green terracotta, place down 2 blocks out to either side like that, and then a stone button on the green terracotta blocks to the sides. We then want to place down a lever facing upwards on top of that middle spruce wood plank, followed by a spruce wood sign to both sides on the spruce wood planks on both sides of the lever. With that done, we're going to go ahead and take a green terracotta block. We're going to go ahead and go back 1 on the side here. We then want to place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by a green terracotta block, dark oak wood slab, 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks, dark oak wood slab, green terracotta block, dark oak wood slab, and a green terracotta block. We're going to go ahead and repeat the same process over here on this side. So just like this. Again, I'm not going to talk about it step by step as I already did, but just look to the other side and it's the same exact thing. So just like that. And then we can go ahead and place down a row 5 green terracotta across here just to close that section off. Now for the inside here, we're just going to go ahead and take some dark concrete, or black concrete, and if you aren't doing an interior, you can go ahead and just take your black concrete and put a space, or put one behind the dark oak wood slab just to close that off from the outside there. And we can also go ahead and just take some green terracotta and fill the space in on the inside here. If you do plan on doing your own interior, obviously you're going to want to leave this open, but for, again, the sake of the tutorial, we're going to go ahead and close this off. So just like that. And you have this section here filled in. We then want to take stone buttons, and on the sides here, we're going to go ahead and place down one stone button, one right here, and just like that. So pretty straightforward there, just 6 buttons, and same thing over here. Again, just 6 buttons along the side there. Now when we get to this section here, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some spruce trapdoors, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spruce wood trapdoors. And we want to make sure we're placing them so that the lines are kind of going the same direction here as the lines on the barrels. So just make sure that they're going the same direction. And you can see looking at it from above, we have a design that looks like that. Now once that's complete there, we're going to go and take some spruce wood signs and we're going to go and wrap them around these wooden trapdoors. And this part here will take a little bit of time, but it's part of the build, so we need to do it. And you're just going to wrap these signs all the way around these wooden trapdoors to create a nice kind of rim around this back kind of bed of the car. And almost there, just a couple more. And just like that, we have that walled off all the way around. Now for the foundation, just for the turret here, we're going to go ahead and go to the inside. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 of green terracotta. We then want to place down a row of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by a second row of 5, a third row of 5, and then a row of 3. We can go ahead and take our stone buttons, and we can place down a stone button here on these green terracotta blocks here on both sides there. And then for pretty much that's all we're going to be doing for this layer. That's it for layer number 4. Again, this is what it should look like from up above here. Here's what it looks like from the sides. And again, nothing real crazy. That right there is going to complete layer 4. Let's go ahead and move on to layer 5. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we go ahead and go into the middle section here on the front of the car. We're going to place down 3 spruce wood planks across. We're going to go ahead and place down a lever on the middle spruce wood plank facing downwards like this, followed by a spruce wood sign to both sides of the lever. We then want to go ahead and take our green terracotta and place down 2 blocks here out to both sides of those spruce wood planks, followed by a stone button here on both ends like that. We also want to place down a stone button here on the side of this green terracotta block, like that again on both sides. After that, we're going to go and take our green terracotta. We're just going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks back. So you go back to this point here, and we're going to go and take our stone buttons and run a row all the way along the side there. Same thing over here. And again, stone buttons all the way along the side here. Once we get done with that, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of green terracotta across the back here, just close that space off, and we can go ahead and place down 2 stone buttons here to both sides. Middle space here, we can go ahead and just fill this in. And just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and focus now onto the turret. On the turret here, we're just going to go ahead and basically build what we did in the previous layer, up one more layer. So we have a row of 3, 3 rows of 5, oops, and then a row of 3. And then we're just going to take stone buttons, and on the corner blocks here, we're just going to go ahead and place down stone buttons around, just like that. And that'll create the base there for the turret, and that will complete layer number 5. Again, here's what it looks like from up above and from the side. And that right there will finish layer 5. Let's move on to layer number 6. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to go and get started with here, we go ahead and go into the front. We're going to place down a row of 5 of green terracotta across here, followed by a dark oak wood slab to both sides. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and detail up the front here a little bit by placing down a zombie head on the middle green terracotta block like this, followed by 2 stone buttons out to both sides just like that. When that's finished there, we're going to take our dark oak wood slabs along the side here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Dark oak wood slabs back, same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We then want to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down 2 rows of 7, like all the way across here. And on both ends, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone buttons. Just like that, and also 2 stone buttons here on these 2 blocks. Once that's done, in the space here in the middle, in between the slabs, we're just going to go ahead and fill this in with rows of 5 of green terracotta. So we're going to fill this in all the way across here. And you will need to build these rows here as for interior purposes. We do need these rows built just to fill in all those spaces and stuff. So make sure you do build those rows. Then going ahead and come back here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block right here in the middle of that row of 3, followed by mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. We're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta, mossy cobblestone wall both sides, row of 5 of green terracotta, mossy cobblestone wall both sides, row of 3 of green terracotta, mossy cobblestone wall both sides, and a green terracotta block here in the middle. We're then going to go ahead and just place down it's going to be a anvil here in the middle. And then behind the anvil, we're actually going to go ahead and take a black concrete block. And we're going to place down a black concrete block right here behind the anvil just to kind of close that space off a little bit better. And also, from the previous layer, one thing I forgot to do was this green terracotta block we're actually going to swap out for a dark oak wood stair. So, just like that. And that's what it should look like here for this rear turret. So, my bad on that one. But yeah, once that's done, coming off the anvil itself, we're going to go and take our end rods, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 end rods. And we then want to grab ourselves a wither skeleton skull, and on the very tip here of this end rod, last one, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull like that for this gun on the back. And once that's done, we're going to go take some stone buttons, and on these green terracotta blocks on both sides here, we're going to place down stone buttons there for a bit of detail. That right there is going to wrap up layer number 6 for the build. Let's go ahead and move on to layer number 7. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go to the top. We're going to place down a row 3 of dark oak wood slabs across. We then want to follow that up by placing down a second row of 3. After that, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall to both ends. We then want to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, and then again a green terracotta block in the middle, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall to both ends. We're then going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood sign, and we're going to place down dark oak wood signs on the side of this mossy cobblestone wall and green terracotta block. Same thing over here. Just like that. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our dark oak wood slabs, place down a row of 3 across. We then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall, dark oak wood slab on both sides. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair coming out the mossy cobblestone wall, followed by a dark oak wood slab to both sides of that stair. We then want to place down a green terracotta block coming out the back of the stair, followed by a dark oak wood stair to both sides of that green terracotta block. Once that's done on the back here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair here, dark oak wood slab to both sides, and you have this kind of top section complete. With that done, we're going to go to the 2 green terracotta blocks on both sides here. We're going to place down 2 dark oak wood slabs, and we're going to place down rows of green terracotta across in between those dark oak wood slabs. With that done, we're going to go ahead and go back here to our turret. We're going to go ahead and place down a 3x3 square here, green terracotta on top of the middle section there. And we want to go ahead and then take mossy cobblestone walls and wrap around a row of 3 mossy cobblestone walls on all 4 sides. So just like that for the rear turret. And also, we can go and take a stone button and place down a stone button here on these green terracotta blocks here on both sides like that. And we could also put it right there. I don't know if we did it for the other one. Yeah, we did do it for the air car. So yeah, go ahead and just throw those buttons on like that. Anyways, that right there will do it for layer number 7. With that, let's go and move into our final layers, which are going to be layers 8, 9, and 10. We're going to basically put all the top details on and finish this car off. Alright guys, going to move into our last final layers. We have layers 8 through 10. So for these layers, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go to the top of this circle space here. We're going to go ahead and place down another set of green terracotta going up from our previous set, and mossy cobblestone walls also going up by 1. So you get a shape that looks like that. On the top here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab. And then we want to place down zombie heads here on the green terracotta blocks going all the way around, like that. And then we're just going to go ahead and then grab ourselves an end rod and place down an end rod coming off this green terracotta block going forward for the small machine gun turret located up on top there. On top of this mossy cobblestone wall, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab. On top of this green terracotta block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab. We then want to grab zombie heads. We're going to place down zombie heads on these dark oak wood stairs, like that, wrapping around, and then a mossy cobblestone wall on top of that stair. Once that's done, we're going to go and take some stone buttons, place down a row of 5 across, followed by a second row of 5 across, just like that. After that, we're going to go and take our dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3, followed by 1 coming off both sides of the middle block, and then go into the corners here. We're going to take a zombie head here and place it at a 45-degree angle, like that, going around the space like that. And once you have that done, the last thing for us to do is to go ahead and go to this mossy cobblestone wall. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of it and a zombie head on it, like that, for like a little periscope that they have on the car. And anyways, that right there, guys, will complete our third part of the tutorial, which is going to be the second version of the anti-aircraft or anti-infantry armored car. Looks really good along with the train, and we have 3 out of 4 cars built. Last car we have to do is just this front artillery platform, and once we have that all done, we'll have the Zaamurets armored train all set up and complete. Anyways, that's going to do it for this tutorial, guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to check out part 4 when it does come out, hopefully sometime soon. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy the build. If you do end up using this design, I do ask you guys to give me proper credit for this being taken from the side of the build, tweet to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me credit for it, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and that's about it. Again, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Jerick 204, and I'll see you guys next time.